Hello and welcome. This is Tips and Tricks in Private Practice, and I'm Francisca Mix, the owner of Francisca Consulting and Counseling. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so excited that you have taken the step to just tune in and be curious. Today's focus is more of summer lovin', and basically what that means is how to navigate the summer lull, meaning less appointments with clinical work, and how to maximize that. And it actually is through your marketing efforts. So summer lovin', how to get outdoors and get your marketing efforts there as well. I'm focusing today on strategies. What are marketing strategies? Now, I just want to let you know that you are not expected to do all of them. That's unrealistic. The hope here is that based on what you know about yourself, based on what you know, meaning what you want to accomplish, your marketing objectives, you will start seeing how you can weave those two components in together to really define a strategy that is going to resonate with you. You know, we don't want to be the sleazy car salesman. Everyone has that fear. And I'm here to tell you, if you have connection to your why, the reason why you're in business in the first place, and you access that, there is no pushy, sleazy approach to what you have to say and how you want to accomplish in business. So rest assured, the more we can rest in and actually challenge ourselves a little bit so that we can nurture our business owner identity, the more and more you're going to gain clarity, and the more you have opportunity to practice. So you gain some competence, and you will be confident in what you're doing as a business owner. So what are marketing strategies? You know, the last several sessions that I've recorded, I actually get into marketing plan, like high level, like what it is and what's included. Last week, I reviewed what marketing objectives or goals are for you to consider, how to help you move the needle forward so that you can really be proud of what you're doing and have a sense of direction, right? Are you with me? Like, are you done throwing pasta and seeing what sticks on the wall? In business, time actually is money. And so the hope is that you're going to be inspired and motivated to just kind of step further into the water of marketing and realize that you actually can do it all step by step. Okay, so what are marketing strategies? Well, number one, think of it this way. It's the actual intervention that you're going to utilize to get you to reach that goal. Now, the reason why I'm saying intervention is because I know that you know a lot about treatment planning and how to support clients, therapy clients, along the journey so that they can live the fullest life that they want to be living. Am I right? So your marketing plan is going to support you, the owner, in doing the same thing for your private practice. So interventions, you might be thinking, there's DBT, you're going to have mindfulness, you're going to have, interpersonal effectiveness, you're going to deal with emotion regulation. Well, here for marketing, we actually have some strategies as well so that you can attain what you're wanting to go for. All right. So marketing strategies, they're quite a bit. And again, you're not expected to do them all. You got to figure out what resonates best with you. So I like to break them down into two main buckets. One is in person and the other is digital. In person, face-to-face, and digital, okay? So I'm going to highlight the face-to-face, in-person strategies. One, networking. This is back online, folks, right? More and more, there are conferences that people are attending. There are meetup groups that people are attending. All of these great, good things that are happening face-to-face. So networking actually is a strategy. Now, you're like, well, how do I use networking? Well, you're strategic about it. So you're going to review your opportunities for meetups. You're going to review opportunities for the dates and the times to actually get out there to introduce yourself, to really build a network of referrals, right? So you're strategic about it. So maybe you go and say, okay, at least one time a month, I'm going to a networking event. That's your strategy, right? So networking. That's the face-to-face strategy for marketing. Number 2, if you are anything like me and you are a presenter, a trainer, educator, then speaking engagements might be right up your alley. This is a marketing strategy because I am getting myself out in front of way more people than I would than seeing one face-to-face, one-on-one in a session that I offer, right? So speaking, training engagements, offering workshops, attending and presenting at conferences, this is an in-person marketing strategy. So if you enjoy that, I highly encourage you plan ahead and start reviewing when proposals are due, start getting creative, submit your proposals, put it on your calendar, because that is how you build your brand awareness, which is a marketing objective, as well as develop that know, like, trust, because you're actually seen in the role of expert, and people begin to trust you, and hopefully they like you, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember, I really liked that presentation. I'm gonna tune in a little more often with what she has to say, for example. Another in-person marketing strategy is how to build your referral word of mouth power partnerships. Now, a power partnership is where you've got 2 separate, different entities that work together, that work with the same client. And your services are different, right? So let's say you work with postpartum issues or issues with infertility, postpartum stuff. So who else works with that client? What other helping professionals work with this client? Aha, you're probably thinking maybe midwives, maybe, OBGYN offices, right? You might be dealing with people who are physical therapists working with pelvic floor factors, right? Because after labor and delivery, I'm telling you, woohoo, does pregnancy do a number on our bodies? Am I right, ladies? So these folks still offer and work with your client, but in a different way. How do you reach out to these people and develop your referral network through your power partners? These are great strategies to attain the goals that you want to accomplish. All right. So those are the 3 that are in person: networking, public speaking, and then actually developing your referral network. Okay. That's the in-person. Let's step into the digital scene, shall we? Now, digital marketing is definitely where it's at. Back in the day, people would go door to door in sales, wouldn't they? They would let you see the pamphlets, they would talk about it, and you might say, not now, but maybe later. Flyers, you probably get that Val pack in the mail. Like, that's still print, right? It's not face to face, is it? No, it's not. So that's actually a form of digital marketing, is print, right? Are you sending out flyers to your local community? That might be an option. Here, we're going to talk about website as a digital marketing strategy. And you're probably going, okay, wait, well, I'm just getting started. Do I really need a website? The answer is absolutely you do. Yeah, I get it. You're on a directory. Isn't that enough? Well, let me ask you, when you want to find whatever kind of restaurant near you, what do? Are you anything like me? Do you go here and you go to a search engine going, Indian food near me, and then what happens? You're completely loaded up with options right off all these websites right at your fingertips. Well, that's what a website's going to provide you. It is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365 days a year storefront that anybody can come across you in any of those moments. So a website is definitely a marketing strategy so that people can come across you, learn more about you, understand the offerings that you have and your reasons why you're doing it in the first place and how you actually might help them. So your website is a pretty important thing when it comes to digital strategies. Now, within a website, you have SEO, search engine optimization. You know, you can hire a ton of professionals to do all this stuff with you, but you can kind of figure it out on your own. And that is, think of it as a dating game, and that the little bots are going to review the page that you have, as well as the keywords that people type in, Indian restaurants near me. anxiety therapy zip code, right? And so on your landing page, you're going to want to make sure that you've got these keywords because that's how they get paired. And people who have more keywords or better keywords, they get matched first. And so that's why you see their organic website show up on that first page when you're saying something, something, something near me. Are you following me? So SEO is a strategy for your website and your blogs. Anything that you have written content, you're going to want to make sure that you're optimizing it by using the keywords that your client, that your potential client would be using if searching for you on the web. Another factor to consider for your website is to have a lead magnet or that freebie. 5 tips to better sleep. And it's a PDF that you create and you put on your website. And what ends up happening is that in order for them to download that, they have to give you your email. So I'm going to jump to email marketing. Email marketing is a digital marketing strategy. What you're doing is realizing you've got all these people who are interested in better sleep. Somehow they come across your lead magnet, your freebie, your PDF tips and tricks for private practice, let's just say. And so they actually you give them the name and email. What that is doing is that email that you're provided, that they opt in, gets stored in your own email database. And that's what you're creating. And you get to use platforms like ConvertKit. You've probably heard of MailChimp. I think that's what it's called. Or HubSpot, right? I think that's another one. But ConvertKit is super user-friendly. And if you go to my website, you can actually get a little bit of a discount for using my affiliate marketing link. So with those freebies on your website, you gain that email so that it shifts a direct relationship to a potential interested client. And you get to nurture and develop this relationship over time so that eventually they're like, you know what? I've seen this person several times and, I really like what she's offering and what she's saying. I think I am going to explore a little bit more into her Jumpstart program or into hiring her for her one-to-one services as an example, right? So that's what email marketing is. It really starts with a free offering that you have. You're gathering that email, and then over time you send newsletters, as they say. Maybe it's a once a month, maybe it's a weekly, maybe however you decide, okay? Another strategy for digital marketing is social media. You're tuning in right here, right? This is social media. It's free. So knowing that, I think, do you have to use it? No, you don't. You don't if you don't want to. There are ways to be very successful. And it's also something that is used by millions of people. And so there actually is an approach so that you maintain your sanity with social media because it is super duper fast. And, but it is a strategy if you want to use it. Reach out if you'd like some support around that. Lastly, content marketing is a digital strategy. Any content that you're developing, like for your website, for a blog, maybe you've got podcasts that you're interested in creating. These all fall under content marketing. And so there is an approach, but there is a way. But if you're thinking, hey, you know what? I really like to talk versus write. Well, maybe doing a YouTube channel is better up your lane, or maybe creating a podcast is way better suited for your natural talents, right? So again, you're not to do all of these. You're just to select what you naturally gravitate towards, as well as realizing what are my objectives. And there are some strategies that are really going to support you in attaining those goals for your company. So that's it, folks. Marketing strategies are the actual things that you're going to be doing to get you to reach that goal. We have in-person, we have digital, okay? And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. I'm really hopeful that you find this helpful and that you're actually navigating the summer lull with a sense of clarity and competence, and of course, unlocking your confidence as a business owner. Alrighty, folks, thank you so much. And until the next time, be well.